just do some doodles together. So, nothing specific necessarily. I just thought we could do some random doodling together and just talk like we always do, just about random things. How is everyone doing? I hope you are all doing excellent. I thought I would just start with what we are doing right now, which is ASMR. And go from there. So what do I think of when I think of ASMR? I think of sleep, because that is usually what I use ASMR for. You all will have to tell me what you use ASMR for. I also use it to focus and to calm down if I'm ever stressed out. Makes me think of nighttime, because I almost always listen to ASMR at night, even if I also listen to some during the day. Makes me think of it doesn't make me think of rainbows necessarily, but it makes me think of happiness, and rainbows make me happy. So that's how rainbows fits in. Also, think of like headphones, because I generally listen to ASMR with headphones. I don't listen with those kind of headphones typically. I usually listen with like over the ear or like earbud headphones, not AirPods, because I'm not an Apple person. Or I have this like sleep mask. How do I draw a sleep mask? It kind of looks like this, that has headphones built into it, which is like the coolest investment ever. Totally recommend these sleep masks if you don't like light, and then they have built-in headphones here that are Bluetooth. Those are awesome. Really enjoy those. What else do I think of? I'm gonna draw the ocean a little bit here, because my favorite ASMR artist is Ocean. I am a seashell. If by any chance she were ever doodles have those like designs that they always come back to. Like my default is whatever you call this, like diagonal lines, polka dots, checkerboard. Trying to think what else. Love a good polka dot. I remember as a kid when I first started getting into art and coloring and stuff, like polka dots used to stress me out because as a kid you want like whole polka dots, if that makes sense. But then someone showed me that you could do it like this and like use half of a polka dot. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. And like, because if I just did circles all over this whole thing, it would just kind of look silly, I think. So being able to do partial polka dots sounds silly to say, but it really helped me as a young artist. It like helped me realize there's lots of other ways to do things. I guess zigzags, that's another go-to for sure. Would love to hear from you all what you think of when you think of ASMR, just like off the top of your head. It's hard to explain ASMR to someone who has never tried it or experienced tingles at all. I think there are definitely some people who literally don't know what that feeling is. And I don't know why that is, or I don't know if we just like all react to something differently, and maybe they just have not found their tingle instigator yet. Like, I know there's certain things that people love that I like cringe at. Oh my goodness, I'm one of those people that don't really like the feeling of like like cotton balls. I do not like the feeling of cotton balls between my fingers. Ooh, that just like makes my skin crawl, and not in like a tingly way, in like a negative way. And so if there's like cotton ball triggers, or even like really soft, plushy towels or blankets, like that doesn't trigger me in a positive way. It actually kind of triggers me in a negative way. It makes me feel like yucky, you know? So I'm sure there's different things that everyone has that makes them feel the ick versus ones that feel great. I don't think I've ever met a person that doesn't enjoy that feeling of that head massager that kind of looks like a whisk, but it like the hands or fingers of it spread out. I don't think I've ever met a person that has tried that and not gotten some sort of like tingle sensation. So I usually explain ASMR, like what it feels like for me, as that. But even more so for myself, like it's not always about like pure tingles going down my spine. I don't always have like an actual sensation of like a physical response to it. It just really like the quiet, the calm, the methodical nature to it, like just feels good to my brain's regulation. But like every once in a while, I do like listening to fast aggressive ASMR, which I've heard some people say that they don't even think that that qualifies as ASMR, but I think that's unfair to long as it gives someone tingles and someone that kind of response that they crave, then why would we not, put them in the same category? I also generally don't like writing triggers. Like if somebody were to be writing stuff, or at least I used to not, but I don't know if it's like certain types of pens or pencils or writing utensils like do trigger me, but others don't. Like I would say something that's more sharp, like a pen or oh boy, look at that. A pen or a pencil does not trigger me, but like markers or Sharpies, like that does. I'm gonna go with some smaller dots here because it just feels naked in comparison to the rest of these letters here. Okay. Okay. Another trigger that I'm not super fond of. Sorry, it's hard for me to stay in the lines and talk at the same time sometimes. I'm concentrating very hard to not ruin the visual experience for you all. Well, how about this? Let's go with a trigger I do like. I generally like any hair play triggers. Like, there was a time where all I listened to was hair cutting videos, both on real hair or fake hair. I like the sound of real hair. I love like hair clips. Like that's very fun for me. I like makeup videos, but mostly because I'm like fascinated by makeup and also love to do makeup. I think that makeup is an art form in and of itself, so that's another thing I'm big on. But I do not actually like the sound of brushes against a microphone or against the camera all that much. But like I like the visual aesthetic part of makeup. So oopsies. That one got away from me a little bit. Apologies on that. Oh, I thought of the other trigger that I was going to say I don't like. I don't really care for book triggers, like flipping pages, or like when people read to you. It's not really my thing. I kind of prefer more random conversational things, kind of like how I do, where I just talk about random things. I think it's, keeps you more on your toes, and it's also just like funny to really satisfying for me to listen to my own thing. But I like that kind of style. Just kind of telling you all about my day or what's going on, or just random facts that you probably didn't care to know about. That's fun to me. I don't have green headphones, but I'm sure someone has green headphones. Green headphones would be pretty cool. Gotta put some sort of blue in here since it is the ocean. And now we're just gonna fill in with some random things here. Happy face, a heart. I'll throw a balloon up here, 'cause why not? I feel like I'm making Lucky Charms, hearts, stars, and horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons, pots of gold and rainbows, and the red balloons. Except I'm pretty sure they changed it, didn't they? I don't know if half of those are even